Hi, my name is John Stuart, and welcome to another episode of Cello Chat. Today we'll talk about the art of practice. I received an email which I'd like to share with you. John, I was wondering whether you could choose a short passage and then break it down dealing with 2 or 3 aspects of technique, like finger positions and bow work. Best wishes, Adam. Well, Adam, I really think you're on the right track when you want to break things down. So for a short passage, let's go ahead and take the Prelude to the First Bach Cello Suite. Okay, when I teach this, I teach first the left hand. So I'll have my students play just chords like this. So, some common pitfalls that you might find with that is that if a student is not playing on the tips of their fingers, it'll be very difficult for them to play all the notes correctly. You'll see situations like that. So, this is an excellent opportunity to get the students to play really on the tips of their fingers. Okay. Also, this is an excellent opportunity to introduce some musical concepts of a stress point. So for example, you might have the student play this a little softer, then a little bit more, then the most, and then relax a little bit more, right? So that really the student gets used to playing things in a musical way, okay? Once that's achieved and the intonation's there and there's a lot of good things, I'll go ahead and ask them to play the passage only with the bow and not with the left hand. Now, there are many, many different bowings that are used for Bach. I like the more legato method of playing. So I might have the student do something like this. Now, some common pitfalls that I see all the time is an excessive motion in the right arm. So what I ask the student to do is to stay on the D string position with the arm for the most part and just dip down for the G string. So watch. Then dip. Sometimes what you'll end up seeing is something like this, which is rather excessive and at a high rate of speed is impractical, so that's not the best way to go about it. So once that's achieved, then you want to combine the two together, right? So with the left and the right hand together. Right? So you'll have the student do that several times until they feel comfortable with it. My golden rule on practicing things, whenever I get frustrated with a passage and I don't feel like it's coming, I have 2 golden rules. One of them is take less material, and the other one is to slow it down. I think common mistakes that we make is that we kind of just run through pieces. We just, run through it and we think that's practicing. I take more the drill approach. So I'll take a small amount of music and really cultivate that. I'm really going after quality. Also, more on a philosophical level, I'm really in love with the process of studying music, and I try to instill that in my students. When I get a chance to practice the cello, it's the quality time that I've always wanted. I'm really in love with practicing. Of course, I love playing for people. I think that's a really joyful event. But also, the quiet time just with the cello alone, I think is really wonderful. So I really don't think that it's an arduous task. It can be at times, but it need not be, okay? So those are just a few ideas. Feel free to email me if you have any other topics that you'd like to address. Okay, thank you very much for your time.